Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for the weekend, December 2nd and 3rd, 2017. For your Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have high pressure and control, so we're going to call apart a mix of clouds and sun today. Probably a little bit more on the sun side tomorrow, and that's going to give us a dry weekend, very nice weekend. So if you have those outdoor plans that you still have to, you've been procrastinating on, and hey, I'll get it done next weekend, this is the weekend to do it, because next weekend's going to be much different around this area. And if you like putting up holiday lights and things like that in the bitter cold, be my guest. But if you want to get them up now, this is the weekend to do it. No precipitation is expected. Mix of sun and clouds today. Partly to mostly sunny on Sunday. Both days we're going to be hanging around 50, 52-ish. So a nice afternoon. Maybe the morning will be a little chilly yet, but nice afternoon both days to get that outside work done and hang lights if that's something you need to do also. So moving through, this is Saturday, and then we get to Sunday. Again, it's going to start off cold in the morning, still getting down into below freezing in a lot of areas overnight, so it's still going to be chilly. But then in the afternoon we warm up, and then we have partly sunny skies to becoming mostly sunny in the afternoon on Sunday. Once we get to Monday, very similar. High pressure is going to be over top of us initially, then it's going to move off to the east. You can see it over here over Maine as we get later in the day. So another mostly sunny day here on Monday. Winds are going to come in from a different direction, though, but the temperatures will stay very similar to what they were on Sunday, kind of low to mid 50s or thereabout. And then once we get to Tuesday, we're going to have this cold front approaching from the west. Now, normal highs across the entire coverage area this time of year have now all dropped below the 50-degree mark. So if you're having any temperatures like we're going to have the next couple of days in the 50s, that is slightly above normal for this time of year. So keep that in mind. We are still slightly above average, even though we are not really warm per se, but we're still hanging in the 50s. 50s is not normal. Normal right now is 45 to 49-ish across the region. And then once we get to Tuesday, we're going to have this cold front approaching. Here's a look at early Tuesday morning. Still off to our west. We'll have an increase in clouds. It probably happens pretty quickly. And then we have this cold front that's going to move in. Uncertain whether it comes in later in the afternoon or the evening. We're going to allow for as early as the afternoon hours, and then you know, maybe in the evening. The GFS is a little bit faster with this feature. Then it comes through with the periods of rain overnight into Wednesday. Now this is the European model projection here, showing a decent amount of rain along the front also. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too, because we could definitely use the rain. We've been very dry lately. I know everybody's looking for snow. When are we going to get snow? Well, that's coming, but I think we need to get the any precipitation we can get, even if it's in the form of rain, just so we can kind of catch up a little bit. We've been very dry at the end of November and up until this point in December, which Wednesday is the 6th of December. So that's going to be a pretty long stretch of about 20 days or so, maybe even a little bit longer than that, where we haven't had anything in terms of appreciable rainfall. So we'll get this moved through. There is a possibility, though, at the very tail end here, once this front moves through, the cold is going to catch up to this, and you could get some rain showers that are still hanging around, catch up to this cold air, and you could have a rain showers changing to snow shower situation. Not really thinking there's going to be any big accumulations here with this, but there could be some areas that are going to get some accumulations out of it, and I would favor the mountainous regions of northeastern Pennsylvania, maybe north central Pennsylvania also. You see all these grays are, that's probably just where rain is going to change to snow. The model can't figure out that, hey, the ground's wet, the temperature's 36 degrees, it's probably not going to stick. It probably can't, it can't really figure that out. So what this is telling me, the rain is going to change to snow flakes, and you'll see snow, you know, falling at the end, but probably not sticking too well in places where it's indicating of northwest 995 here. I do think, though, the mountainous regions of northeastern Pennsylvania and maybe back toward north central Pennsylvania, you could get some minor accumulations, maybe a coating to an inch, maybe two if you're lucky. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll get a little bit closer. We're going to get a better look at this here on Monday. This is just still looking at this. You know, today's the 2nd. We're looking at the 6th, 7th time frame here. So anyway, we're going to get back to that. I don't think it's going to be a big deal regardless. But this front is going to move off the coast, and there is some seriously cold air that's going to come in behind this. I think it's going to come in initially. The first wave's going to come through initially, and it's going to give us temperatures. They're going to be stuck kind of right around the 40-degree mark, 40, 42-ish for highs, or 38 to 42 from north to south, something like that. That's going to be Thursday, Friday of next week, okay? So not brutally cold yet, but I do think there's going to be some brutal cold that's going to come in after that. Now, we're going to stay below average, what we think is what we projected yesterday in the long-range outlook, and we'll update again on the Weather Weekly's video on Sunday. We do think that this cold shot is going to have staying power, and I mean staying power for probably the rest of this month. Okay, so we're going to have some below average temperatures that are going to settle in here, and it's going to stick around for a while. And there's some very interesting stuff going on, and I don't want to show anything yet because we're still looking at the kind of 10 or 11 to 15 day time frame. But there's some very interesting stuff going on once we get out in the long range, and in that 11 to 15 day time frame days, so that would be December 11th through 15th, or maybe 12th to 16th, somewhere in there. I think we're going to get our first measurable snowfall. Another website at the header of the website says between the 11th and 18th. It's a little bit broader of a time frame. Somebody's going to get something in that time frame. I don't really think that that's going to be an issue with getting any snow events, but we're going to get pretty active here pretty soon. The pattern's going to become more amplified. We'll get more systems coming in here. The cold's going to be there, so it's definitely looking like you'll get your first measurable snowfall, at least favoring areas northwest on 95. But of course, it's going to be storm dependent and track dependent and things like that. So it doesn't mean that areas along and southeast 95 can't get snow, but it's going to climatologically favor the interior for now. Once we get into January, it really doesn't matter. Everywhere can get into more action because climatology changes a little bit once we get into the month of January. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for the weekend, December 2nd and 3rd, 2017. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.